Welcome, parents and teachers. Today is game day, or the review lesson for the first 6 lessons in the life of Moses. I'm going to read a quick summary of these 6 lessons, and when I come to blanks, pause the video and allow your students to pick whichever image fits best into that blank. Years after Jacob and his sons moved to Egypt to survive the 7-year famine, the Israelites became blank in the land of Egypt. The Israelites became slaves. The Israelites became slaves in the land of Egypt. The Bible states that a new Pharaoh arose who did not recall how Joseph had saved the Egyptians. And he feared the Israelites because they were multiplying rapidly and would soon outnumber his people. He knew if they joined any invading enemy country, Egypt would be overthrown. To fix the problem, he ordered all baby blanks to be thrown into the Nile River and drowned. All baby boys to be thrown into the Nile River and drowned. This plan began in the heart of Satan because he knew God had promised Abraham he would deliver his people from slavery after 400 years. Those 400 years were quickly coming to an end, and Satan wanted to blank this deliverer before he could grow up and fulfill God's purpose. He wanted to what? The deliverer. Kill. He wanted to kill the deliverer before he could grow up and free the children of Israel. When Moses was born, his parents knew that God did not want their baby son to be killed, so they devised a plan. Jochebed, Moses' mother, began weaving a blank. Basket. She began weaving a basket. She made the basket waterproof so it would not sink in the river and placed her baby in it. Miriam, Moses' older sister, took the basket to the river and placed it among the bulrushes. She hid nearby and waited for the Egyptian blank to come down to the river to bathe. The Egyptian princess to come down to the river and bathe. When the princess saw baby Moses, God caused her to instantly blank him. Love, to instantly love him. Miriam hurried to the princess and asked if she wanted her to find a woman from among the Israelites to care for the baby. The princess said yes. For the next few years, Moses' parents taught him everything they could about his forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. When he was around 4 or 5 years old enough to begin learning at the feet of teachers, he was taken to the blank to live. Palace. He was taken to the palace to live. He received the finest education available for that day because he was the great Pharaoh's grandson. The Bible says he became a mighty in word and in deed, meaning he was a great spokesperson and military leader. After 40 years of age, Moses went walking among his people. When he saw an Egyptian blank an Israelite slave beating an Israelite slave, he rose up and killed the Egyptian. He assumed the Israelites would understand that God wanted him to free them from slavery. The next day, he found 2 Israelite men fighting. When he asked the man who did the wrong why he was hurting his fellow Israelite, the man said, "Are you going to kill me like you killed the Egyptian yesterday?" Moses now knew his blank was out, so he fled Egypt before his adopted grandfather could kill him. He knew his what was out. Secret. He knew his secret was out. Moses lived in the land of Midian for 40 years. He became a shepherd for a priest named Jethro, married one of Jethro's daughters, and had two blanks. Two sons. One day, while feeding Jethro's sheep, he came upon a burning blank that would not burn out. A burning bush that would not burn out. When he stopped to investigate this strange sight, God spoke to him. He told Moses to take his blank off of his feet because he was standing on holy ground. Shoes. He told him to take his shoes off of his feet. God then told Moses that he wanted him to go to Egypt to free his people from slavery. But now, 40 years later, he was humbled to the point that he no longer believed he could. He was not the great military leader or spokesperson that he had been in his youth. He argued with God until the Lord finally agreed to let his blank, Aaron, help him. His brother, Aaron, help him. As God directed, Moses appeared before the great blank, Pharaoh, before the great Pharaoh, and demanded that he let the children of Israel go free. Pharaoh's response was, "Who is the Lord, that I should obey his voice and let the children of Israel go free?" God spent the next many months answering that question. He did this by bringing 10 plagues upon the land of Egypt. These plagues included turning all the water into blood, all the water into blood, sending frogs, lice, and blank upon the land, flies, frogs, lice, and flies upon the land, killing the Egyptian blank with diseases, cattle, killing the Egyptian cattle with diseases, and causing blank to come upon the flesh of the Egyptians, boils to come upon the flesh of the Egyptians. After that, he sent a blank storm from the sky to kill all humans and animals who were left in the field, hailstorm from the sky, and blank to devour the new crops. Locusts to devour the new crops. Then he caused the blank to not shine upon the land of Egypt for 3 days. He caused the sun to not shine upon Egypt for 3 days. Each time these plagues devastated the land of Egypt, Pharaoh would agree to let the Israelites go free, but he would change his mind once the plague had ended. Finally, God sent the final plague. His blank went throughout the land of Egypt and killed all of Egypt's firstborn. His what? His death angel went all through the land of Egypt and killed their firstborn. God told the Israelites to put blood on their door, what? Their doorposts and their door mantle, so their firstborn would not die. Each of these plagues answered Pharaoh's question, "Who is God, that I should obey his voice and let the children of Israel go free?" God revealed himself to Pharaoh and the Egyptians by sending these direct assaults against their many gods, including Pharaoh, who believed himself to be a god as well. God was repaying the Egyptians for the many years of wickedness against the Israelites. Finally, Pharaoh agreed to let the Israelites go free. But when he realized they were trapped between mountains and the Red Sea, he gathered his army, including his blank 600 what? Chariots, his 600 chariots, and went after them. Instead of trusting God to deliver them, the Israelites wanted to kill Moses for putting them in this position. God proved himself again by causing the Red Sea to part so they could walk across on dry ground. When the Egyptian army followed, the Lord caused them to all drown. You would think the Israelites would trust God to care for them after seeing all of these miracles, yet they did not. Several days after they left the Red Sea, they began blank. Grumbling. They began grumbling. At the bitter water of Marah, God told Moses to throw a blank into the water, throw a tree into the water, and when they were hungry, he sent blank and blank for them to eat. Quail and manna for them to eat.